welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, episode 34. So, you may remember in the previous episode I notably purchased this, a Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version, and well, the reason why I bought this is mainly for the Pikes Peak uphill, because I'm going up against an Escudo, and also essentially because, well, I just cannot be bothered to get through the endurance events to officially earn this car the way I should have done, and well, yeah, you know, shit like that. But anyway, so I'm gonna switch back to the Legacy for pretty much one final time in the rally events, as we of course are now officially getting on with our 8th and penultimate rally event in this game, and that is the Tahiti Dirt Route 3 Reverse course. As the cars we are going up against in this one are a Mazda 323 GTR, a Impreza rally car from '99, and also a Vauxhall Tigra ice race car, aka the Opel Tigra if you are playing the other PAL versions of this game, or essentially if you are basically playing the NTSC version, because even though it's Vauxhall in the PAL English version of the game, it's essentially Opel in the other versions of this game. So anyways, let's head to race 1 of Tahiti Dirt Route 3 Reverse. So yeah, I essentially decided I was wanting to play the swan song for my Legacy with a bang, and that's essentially what I'm doing, basically. Just basically loading the cannon for my Legacy for one final time, pretty much, before I officially put this car into retirement, because it's definitely served me good for pretty much most of these rally events. But, well, as for the Pikes Peak uphill, I'm basically using my Cultus throughout, because I don't think my Legacy will be capable of beating an RS200. Essentially, I mean, it has beaten Group B cars before, but I don't think it will beat the RS200, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm basically just going to use my Cultus basically throughout those events, if you want my honest opinion. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, so, you know. Okay. So, running out the final corners now, and with this being the last race for my Legacy, it is now time to play the swan song, as I win race 1 quite easily. So, a relatively easy W in the end for my Legacy, and that's officially how I can notably play the swan song for this thing. And well, as for the video thumbnail, I don't think I'm going to record this one because, well, I've basically done more than half the events in terms of thumbnails for my Legacy, so I think all I'm really going to do now is basically just get, excuse me, as I just sort of felt a bit going on there. I'm essentially going to focus on most of my shots with the Cultus. So, heading back to my garage, and I'm going to switch back to Dark Cultus. And also, quite surprisingly, it has a big selling price. Pretty much $500,000 is how much I will get if I sell this car. And well, because of how successful and also because of how good this car has been to me, there is no way in hell I'm selling this one. But anyways, now it is time for us to complete our penultimate dirt event of the game, and also our penultimate event of page 2. So let's head to the other 2 races and basically just absolutely blitz the competition, pretty much. Just absolutely annihilate them, I think, is what I'm trying to say. As I'm already off to a reasonable start. And already the start has gone better than I thought it would go, because surprisingly I've not crashed yet. But again, I don't want to jinx it, because I'm fairly certain I will almost certainly crash before the end of this event. But yeah, I think the start of this event has certainly gone a lot smoother than I thought it was going to go. I mean, if I can get a mid-air shot of my Cultus, then I'll probably be happy with the overall results. Oh, Jesus. I think I just got a lucky escape there, but I would imagine that will not be the last time, or essentially the only time, that I clip a wall or a fence, as I've just proven there. But anyways, entering the final sequence of corners and onto the start-finish straight, and there we go. And pretty much a very comfortable W in the end of that one. But again, because I have commitment, I'm basically just waiting to see how long it will be before the Scooby finishes, because I do have the patience. But anyways, my Cultus wins again. And well, as for the replay, I think I'll just... Actually no. I thought about recording this one, but, well, eventually in the end I decided I wasn't going to. I did think about it, but in the end I decided I just wasn't going to. But anyway. 2 races down, 1 to go. Hopefully, if it's possible, I can maybe give myself a reasonable shot of my Cultus in the final race, where I am going up against a Vauxhall Tigra ice race car. Even though obviously snow events are not introduced into the GT series until GT4. But anyway, let's now head to the final race and maybe see if the Tigra can give me a potential run for my money, or I can maybe give myself a reasonable shot of the Cultus with the Tigra. But we'll wait and see. Yep, okay. Yep, okay, I'm paying attention. I was very much paying attention there. Even if I don't re-overtake the Tigra through the corners, I will easily be overtaken on the straights. And I think that was probably one of the best shots I could officially get of this run. Oh, fuck. Well, I haven't really got anything to worry about, because obviously I will quite easily catch up to the Tigra before this run is over. If I don't crash terminally, that will guarantee me a terminal loss, but well, in spite of me hitting the walls, hopefully I have got myself a decent shot with the Tigra. But anyways, Tahiti Dirt Route 3 is now complete. And now it is thumbnail time. To maybe see if I can get myself an acceptable thumbnail shot. Also because, well, with my cultists, laps are relatively short. And as for the replay details, like I said before, there isn't any possible way to remove those, so unfortunately I'm basically left with those unless I zoom in on the shot enough, or unless I basically zoom in on the picture enough to give myself an acceptable shot by my standards, or hopefully I will. Yeah, that was inevitably going to happen, by the way. Not that one, but I meant when I got on the straights. But anyways, the only reason on why the margin of victory was slimmer than it should have been was essentially because, well, I crashed a lot, which I inevitably predicted was going to happen, but somehow I still won the thing in spite of that, so you know. There we go. So, that was Tahiti Dirt Route 3 Reverse. I keep forgetting to save the game. I should probably do that after I have completed the Pikes Peak uphill. But anyway. So, 8 events down, 1 event to go, and that is the Pikes Peak hill climb. And in terms of progress, we are now 39.26% complete. And so next up is the final dirt event of this game, the Pikes Peak uphill. And so with that, stay tuned for more GT2.